For that wonderful introduction, Nikki. Like Nikki said, my name is Randy Ontiveros. I have been married for 14 years. I have my son who's 20, my two girls are 12 and going to be 10 in December. Super busy with them. I coach my daughter's volleyball team. I help out with my other daughter's basketball team. I substitute teach. So you guys can see all that personal stuff that goes on there. I have been with Archer for a little over a year. I'm only $300 away from, less than $300 from obtaining my IATAN card, and I'm a silver consultant. So I say all that to let you guys know that I know what it's like to be busy and juggling life. Whatever you're starting out on your own, you are a single parent, maybe somebody that you don't have a strong support system, even retired or looking for new purpose in your day-to-day activities. I get it. I know what it's like to balance family and work, and it's an endless and life's endless demands. But here's the thing. We find time for what matters to us. We push to do things that we are reaching for. So that's why I'm excited to help you guys excel in this opportunity, because it's not just another commitment. It's a way to create something meaningful and flexible that fits into your life. With all the right tools and support that we're going to show you, especially in this week-long training, you guys can obviously do the same. So with all that being said, let me go ahead and start sharing. Can you guys all see my screen? Cool. Okay, so I will not be monitoring the chat while I'm going through this. It is kind of a lot of information. And it's going to be your booking basics. So I'm going to ask you guys to just hold off on all your questions until the end of the presentation.
And then really quick housekeeping item, you guys, do not start your homework right now. Please pay attention to Randy and the rest of the presenters tonight. The reason we're not giving you the details right now is because we want you to focus and pay attention, write down everything, absorb it all, and then at the end of the night, you'll have all the details.
Thank you for that. Okay, so real quick, this is, and I don't know why it's not going full screen. I apologize. Let me see.
Click that arrow on the next to file, Randy.
Uh-huh.
Click that to open it in a new tab, and then you should be able to click click share. Click see all. Click present. And then present.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
So just to kind of give everybody like a quick breakdown of what we're going to be covering, we're going to be looking at Expedia. The purpose for Expedia, and I'm not talking Expedia Tap right now, I'm just talking regular plain old Jane Expedia, is to get an idea of what your clients are finding online. Then we're going to be looking at TripAdvisor. I want you guys to make sure you're researching reviews, making sure that this is a place that you would want to stay for your clients. We're going to be comparing. We want to make sure that you guys get the best prices for your clients. We're going to be comparing with Expedia Tap. So this is different from what our clients are seeing, right? We're going to be looking at Expedia Tap, Vax, and I will briefly show you Evo Plus. I know that we just covered that pretty in detail right now. And then we will briefly be looking at Travel Joy because again, Nikki's going to be covering that later in the week. And then booking. So you're going to be taking deposits, making payments, confirming reservations. Right after taking your deposits, you are going to be doing your commission tracking form. So I'll show you how to do that really quick. And then you'll take your special requests from clients. You'll send their travel documents, flight check-ins, and follow-ups. Cool. So let's jump right in. So let's say I have a client and I've already met with them. I've already gone over what they're wanting, and they tell me that they want to go to Las Vegas. They want to stay somewhere that is 8, their reviews are 8.0 and higher. And they have a budget of, shoot, I don't remember. Oh, $1,500. So they are traveling June 8th through the 11th. And here we go. So wanting to see what our clients are seeing, we're just going on regular old Expedia. So you can see they have a discounted for Caesar's Palace. They have a discount for the Palms. However, Caesar's Palace isn't that percentage that we're looking for here. So we are going to jump into our Expedia tab. And we are going to look and see what pricing is a little bit better than what they're showing on the regular Expedia. So we see right away there's the Wynn. Another hotel that they may have mentioned was the Fontainebleau. And they also liked the idea of the Hilton at the Resorts World. Okay, so you have those information. You'll go ahead and click on them. And our clients are wanting a king size room. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay, so they're wanting that king size room. So you would scroll down. And you see you have that deluxe single king bed. Cool. So let's look at this. So we're showing $196. Your total for your client, including taxes and fees, is the $836. So like they mentioned before, we have our good, better, best. This is also including that resort fee. Keep in mind, just about every single hotel in Vegas charges a resort fee. So you want to make sure you're including that in the price. I would hate for your client to get to the hotel and they're like, okay, we need $150. You're like, what the heck for? Well, it's because they have a resort fee. So you always want to prepare your clients for those situations. So we have those 3 hotels and we would have that in our proposal. So I have a generic one set up for you guys. And this is a little bit about that TravelJoy CRM. Again, not going super into detail, but I want to be able to show you guys. So when you send this to your clients, they will see here's their Las Vegas at the Resort World with the Hilton, Wynn, and the Fontainebleau. So here they'll be able to see their pictures. They'll be able to go through the different options. And then it also tells them a little bit about it. So you have your facilities, the location, the rooms, air conditioning and central heating, sports, entertainment, meals, and then the same thing for the next ones. So I send this to my clients and I tell them, before I tell them, what do you guys notice that I left out in this proposal? Put it in the chat. Do you guys notice anything that I left out?
Can you
The
see the
price.
chat?
Exactly. I left out the price, and there's a couple reasons for it. We all know that prices fluctuate. So we can't guarantee the price until a deposit or a payment has been made. And that is something I notify my clients right off the bat. Another thing is I want them to make their decision based on how something makes them feel rather than how it's going to affect their paycheck or their pocketbook. I already know what their budget is, so that's not an issue. So I don't ever include my price in my proposals For that one reason that I want to go off feeling. Another reason is because I don't want them to say, hey, you told me this hotel was $500. Now you're just saying that it's $750. I can avoid all that. I don't have it in writing saying what these prices are. So, after they decide, let's say that they decided on the Fontaine Blue, like that was, oh my gosh, this hotel looks amazing. It's close to all the places that we want to go visit. Cool. So from there, I will go ahead and pull it up really quickly as to the price of what it is currently. And I will tell them verbally because again, it's not in writing. And I will tell them on Expedia Tap, I am able for that king size room to get the price. Sorry, my internet's going so slow. For that king size room, it would be $235 per night, so a total of $951, including those taxes, fees, and what you'll pay at the resort. So what I'm able to do is on this particular one, we can pay it in full or we can reserve it with a deposit. So let's say that they want to do the deposit option because paying it in full is not going to save them anything. So we can do the deposit. I let them know that our first payment is going to be that $326.53. And the remaining amount is going to be on June 8th for the $471. So it's actually $826 that will get charged for the Expedia Tap at the hotel. And then the other $135 will be that resort fee. So Expedia Tap will continue charging the remainder of this $704 plus the taxes. And then at the hotel, they will charge the $135. Okay, cool. I like that $951 price. Awesome. Now, what else I tell them is I am going to continue to just double check my research, make sure I can't find you a better price on that hotel. So I have one number here, and then I will come over to Vax. I usually use Apple Vacations. And we will do hotel only, going to Las Vegas. One room, 2 adults, checking in on June 8th through the 11th. So that's gonna be 4 nights. Oops, 3 nights, sorry. Okay, and then search. Once that pulls up, then we will go ahead and narrow our search to the specific hotel. So you'll come here to hotel names, Fontaine Blue, and find. There it is. Okay, and then we will go ahead and click select. Then you have this one coming in at 901.60, whereas this one over here was 951.25. So you can see this is going to be getting us a better price, but let's just double check that it's the same room because we want to make sure that we're comparing apples to apples. So you would click checkout. And if you guys notice right away, it says selected hotel, king bed is not available. Please select a different category. So then we'll look, and King Blue Mountain Great View Room. Let's just go back and double check here. The King Blue Mountain Great. Okay, so that one's 247, so 235. So this one's actually going to be a little bit more if we do the mountain view, because this one obviously didn't have the regular king size bed available. So Blue King Mountain Great View. And then it's going to update the price. So then there it is, that $939.87. And then the last place we want to double check is going to be on Evo Plus. When you guys log into your back office, you'll see Evo Plus over here. You'll go ahead and log into it. Destination will be Las Vegas. Actually, let's go ahead and put Fontaine. Sorry, let me do it the way I did earlier today. Two adults, one room. And then over here is where we will filter it. Okay, and we can see that this one is going to be $430 is what it's starting out, but let's make sure again we get that king size room. You'll look here, it says double bed, queen bed, queen bed, queen bed, king size bed, gold room pool view. Okay, let's see if it has the mountain. Double gold room great view is queen. Gold room best view queen. Okay, so it looks like they don't have the mountain view in the king size bed, so we'll just do the pool view. So this is going to be $511. When we click book, it's going to show you that there's also resort fees. So right here, the additional mandatory resort fee of $153.06 will be collected at the property either during check-in or check-out. So 511. So this is great if our clients are wanting to pay it in full. However, let's say our client is like, no, I can't afford the full thing right now. I need to make a deposit. Okay, cool. That's when we'll look at our other options, either through Vax or Expedia Tap. So here we have, the 951 compared to the 939. So a lot of times when the price is this close and they've already approved that 951, I look at the commissions. And to look at your commissions, what they're going to be, you'll click on Vax. It's going to be booking administration. And this is going to make me $34.33. So then I'll compare, okay, what am I making on Expedia Tap? on Expedia Tap, I will be making $67.85. So in my head, that less than $20 difference is going to give me a much bigger payout. So all day, every day, I'll go with Expedia Tap. So now we have decided, okay, they have to make a deposit. So this gives us that option where they only need to do the payment of the $326.53. So then we will come back into our CRM, or if you're doing just regular invoices, we'll come back over into here and we'll pull up our invoice. So I already have one pre-made to make it a little bit quicker. So Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. You guys can see it, the price has already changed from when I looked at it this afternoon. So we would just update 951.25 minus the 135. Oh, that's what I did. I took off that 135. So it's still that 816.25. So they'll make the deposit today. And then the remaining balance, I always do a couple days before it's due in the system. That way I make sure that they're not late on their payments. So the deposit's that 326. So I will preview this so you guys can see how the client sees it. They will see it as the name of their trip, the dates that they're going. This is my business information. And then here's where they see the total amount. The total amount due today is the 326.53 out of that 816.25. And again, I just always reiterate that they'll still be paying the 151 or 153 at the hotel. Okay, so then all they'll do, they can still pay the remaining balance now or anywhere in between the time. So they would select amount due, the 326, and then they would add the new credit card. When you use one of these CRMs, it does give you like a credit card authorization form built into the system. So you don't have to do the two at the same time. You don't have to do this one plus the one with Archer. Okay, so they've made that payment. Now, immediately after you take that payment, I want you guys to get in the habit of doing your commission tracking forms. The worst thing is when you think, oh, I did it already, and then you totally forget, and then months have gone by and you're like, why haven't I gotten paid? Well, you never submitted that commission tracking form. So to do that, you will go to your back office. You will click on My Travel Site. Make sure you are logged in. So your agent will be here, and you will click Dashboard. From Dashboard, you will click commissions, your paid commissions, submitted commission, commission tracking form. Okay, so this one is just a hotel only, so we'll go ahead and select hotel. Primary traveler, let's go with John Doe. Primary phone number. I go ahead and put my own and my email address. That way everything's coming to me, and then what I need to relay to my clients, I relay that information. The departure month, you will put June 8th of 25. The return month, June 11th of 25. Then the hotel, that's going to be the Fontainebleau. I am a copy and paste queen, whatever I can do to save me a little bit of time. Supplier name will be Expedia Tap. And let's say, I think their booking numbers have to be 13 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. And continue. Okay, here you will put the trip total price. So that's going to be the 826 that we Because remember, they're not gonna see that resort fee. So it's going to be that 816.25. So that's what we'll put here. The 816.25. And then our estimated commission is going to be the 67.85. $67.85. And then once you have all this filled in, you click submit form. Obviously, I'm not going to submit it because this is not a real booking. Once we've taken that deposit, we've submitted our commission tracking form, we're kind of done for the night. So we like to keep in contact with our clients saying, hey, just want to remind you, you have your final payment coming up. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. Once they've submitted this and you'll get a notification saying that you've received or the payment's been authorized, you're going to come back over to Expedia Tap and you will type in the name on their credit card. On here, it will show you. Let me pull up. A past one that I'm waiting to receive commissions on. You will click right here. It shows you, okay, look, this one's paid for that $200 deposit. You would click on the credit card and then you would click show credit card information. So obviously I'm not going to do that because this is a real live client that gives me all their information. It gives me their credit card number, the expiration date, the CVC number on the back, and their address. So I have all the information that I need on that. So I'll go ahead and fill this in. Name on credit card, their credit card number, expiration date, and security code, and hit submit. Then as it starts to get closer, I'll say, hey, Mr. John Doe, you have your remaining balance of the you have your remaining balance of that $49.72 coming up in about a week. Are we able to make that payment? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and send again that credit card authorization form. So you just click next, save and review email. Save and review email, and then it'll show you what they're going to see. And then you click yes, submit, send. So then they authorize it again. And you can come back into your Expedia tab and make that final payment. Or you can let them know, hey, you know what? I was able to get it that you can pay that remaining for $89.72 because remember, that's what this says. It's due June 8th. So that's at check-in. So you can pay that remaining balance at the hotel along with that $135. Just expect it might be on 2 separate payments. Cool. And then let's say it's your client's anniversary. Him and his wife are going away. What I always do is right after I book it, I call the hotel saying, hey, I just submitted this booking. I wanted to confirm that you guys have received it. Cool. Yes, received. Awesome. A week in advance, let's say again, I know it's their anniversary, so I'll call them and be like, hey, is there any way that I can order like a bottle of wine to their room, maybe some strawberries, something like that to celebrate them and their honeymoon? And then that's when I can pay for those things on my own card. Or let's say they're not celebrating anything crazy, but they want the highest floor possible. I will call them a week in advance saying, hey, you know what? I have this client going to see you guys. Is there any way that we can get them on the highest floor possible? Usually what they say is it depends what room they purchased, or if let's say it's not Las Vegas, let's say it's any other city, call us the day before check-in and we can put that in the notes. So again, that day before check-in, I'm calling the hotels just again, let me confirm you have that reservation set up and that we are getting those special requests put into the hotels. Then I also will send them all their travel information, their confirmation numbers, If they're flying, I check them in the night before and I will send them their boarding passes all through my CRM. Like the ladies before mentioned, it's not something you have to purchase right away. So if you don't have it, you can easily just print those boarding passes, send it in an email saying, hey, here's your, or click print and then save as a PDF and then send those to your clients in just a regular old email. That way they have their boarding passes and all their confirmation numbers. And then, of course, you always want to follow back up with them the day they arrive. Make sure their flights went smoothly. Make sure their check-ins went smoothly. Hey, you know what? I also know this really amazing restaurant. It's just a couple blocks from where you're at. I thought you guys would really enjoy eating there, so I went ahead and made you a reservation. Or maybe you guys want to check out that if that's the kind of food you're into. So again, it's just by having those conversations with their clients, figuring out their likes and dislikes. I am pretty much done. Does anybody have any questions so far? Let me go ahead and stop the screen share also. Hmm. I can't even see it. Sorry, I made everything too small. There it is. Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
I think Shamina has her hand raised.
Oh, go ahead, Shamina. You can unmute yourself.
Hey there. Thank you for presenting. And if you can actually pull up the Evo Plus again, where you had the rooms pulled up for Fontainebleau, I wanted to point something out to you, but maybe there was a reason you didn't click it. So I just wanted to confirm. Of course, you're looking for a certain room type, but when you were scrolling through, you were no king bed, no king bed. But almost each of the rooms sort of have check boxes, where you can maybe click, include breakfast or change the bedding type. And so a few of those, maybe it said queen initially, but you could click and, click like king bed. Is there a reason you're not just clicking king bed in one of those rooms instead?
I was just trying to be really brief through Evo Plus since it was already covered. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on it.
Okay, but if I see the room that I like and I see that checkbox that says king bed, you would go ahead and click that and sell that room, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, awesome.
And
Thank
then,
you.
like you said, how you saw that there's options to add breakfast, you can do that, and obviously your price would change
The
on that.
price would change. Yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
awesome. I was like, is there a reason she's not clicking one king bed on a different type? But I know we're looking for a certain type for this example, but I just wanted to double check. So thank you.
No problem. Brandy, I see your hand is up. You can go ahead and unmute.
Oh, am I? Okay, there you go. So yeah, quick question. So it looked like that was a good bit of work and input on your part for $67. So are you typically charging an additional preparation fee for that level of service?
Usually I do, however, we're not discussing that right now. I know Nikki is going to be covering that later.
Okay,
But it's really up to you guys what you want to choose on that situation.
gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Victoria?
Okay, thank you. I suppose I saw you have a test strip. How do I have one of my own test strips?
When you download the Travel Joy and you go through their trainings, that's part of their trainings. You're just getting set up on that.
The Travel Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Let me check in the chat real quick. Do you send flight booking and confirmation right after booking or always right before they check in? So, I send it right away. That way they know like, hey, she's on top of things. She's sending us all our stuff. But obviously the flight information, I'm just going to give them the details of their flight, not the actual boarding passes, because we won't be able to get those within 24 hours. Are all your links affiliate links to the apps you're referring? I'm sorry. Lukia? I don't know if I'm saying your name right. If you want to go ahead and raise your hand and I can call on you so you can clarify what that question is saying. Oh, Nikki's saying if anyone wants to try Travelify, let me know and I can send you a referral code to try it. Just shoot me a message. I'm happy to share. Actually, instead of going to individuals like that, reach out to your mentors. That way they can make sure to walk you through it and they can get you those links. Do resort fees never get put in commission tracking forms? No, because when the resorts submit it to Archer, they're not going to be submitting that resort fee. Lilia, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. And please tell me how to pronounce your name. I hate it when people mispronounce names. It drives me crazy.
It's Lilia.
Lilia. Beautiful name. I love it.
Thank you.
So
Thanks.
was that a question for
It was just, I just was wondering if all of those links that she was providing were affiliate links.
right. Exactly.
Okay, that's all.
Perfect. Thank you. Do we have to call hotels to confirm the booking or is that just a courtesy thing? So I have seen sometimes in the TK chat where clients are saying, hey, we're here at the hotel and they are saying that they don't have a reservation. So I am overly paranoid about something not going right for my clients, especially if it's something they've been saving up for a really long time. This trip's very important to them. I want to make sure it goes off without a hitch. So it is part of my customer service that I provide for them because I'm not wanting to do a first-timey one and done trip. Like I want to be your travel agent for life. So it shouldn't be like, oh, Randy booked this trip for me this one time, but let me see what this girl does. No, I want them to be like, dang, she was so good. I'm going to go to her again. Lisa, did you quote the client first, the $951 Expedia tap before looking at the other two suppliers? Yes, I do. That way I can get them a base price. And then if I can find them a better price, that's my favorite thing. Be like, hey, Tina, guess what? I just saved you another $100. And they're like, oh my God, Randy, how did you do that? Well, you know what? I just kept researching to make sure I'm getting you the best price and I found one better. And obviously I do that all within the first couple of hours that I get their approval for that $951 because I want to get that booked and ready to go right away. Victoria, I also see you have you had your hand up. You just said when booking with Evo Plus, does it only require full payment and not deposits? Yes, Evo Plus is full payment only. Natalie, I see you have your hand up. Go ahead and unmute, babe. Natalie, did you still have a question?
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't letting me unmute. The host was
No
blocking
worries.
that. So with the payment stuff, you had like the separate things. So she had like different deposits, and then it had that date like the June 8th. Oh, I forget the date, but does it not just auto, like when that date comes up, it doesn't auto charge the card again? Like you have to authorize that every time?
Like I said, I like to do it a couple of days in advance so that way I make sure that they don't miss that payment. So that's the only reason I don't ever have it on auto. I would hate for, let's say it is the final day and I'm just relying on that auto and they don't have enough money in their account. So that's why I don't ever just rely on the auto. I like to have it paid in full a couple days before that final payment. Just another crossing my T's and dotting my I's type of thing. Did that answer your question? Awesome. Anybody else have any other questions? Or if there was a question here that I missed? Awesome. So then without further ado, Jessica is going to be doing our next training